Hello everyone. Hang on, let me just turn up. Hello. Working? There, well. There we go. That is working. Just bear with me, I'm just trying to get some game audio going through to my headphones. Hang on. Let's how to do this? Bear with me. There is a way to do it. I'm just trying to remember how to do it. Nope. Where is it? I want to monitor it. How do I monitor it? Sorry, bear with me. A bit of a rush to get things going. No, how do I monitor that? Oh, screw it, we just have to go without audio. How is everyone? Sorry for the delay to get things going. Today we are doing a case study look at Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Nintendo Switch. Oh, hang on, let me just get my... thing. I saw a present going above here. Let's get that. Yeah, nice. Okay, so did I pick it up? I did. Cool. So this is very weird to play over audio. Hang on. So the idea of this case study is that we take a look at a game and we look at how some parts of it were made, and next week we will do a tutorial on how to recreate some parts of this game. If you're unaware of what this game is, this is Animal Crossing New Horizons. It is the newest Animal Crossing game out on Nintendo Switch. It came out what's that, 3 weeks ago, something like that, 2 weeks ago. And what it is, it's basically a life simulator where you play as a character on an island, and you just gather neighbours and build bits, build up your environment, and you it's all self-directed. So it's one of these games where you're giving yourself goals to complete rather than being told certain objectives. There are moments where you do have objectives, but they are mostly self-driven. Yeah, there we go. Pardon my throat, it sounds a bit croaky, but there we go. We make do. Okay, so cool, new DIY pattern. So the idea of the game is you have this mobile phone and you get DIY things that you can make. So it's Easter time at the moment, so we're getting a lot of Easter based stuff going on here, and it's pretty simple really. There's not a massive, well, it's a game that's deceptively difficult in sense of its mechanics, that it relies a lot on the real-time clock. So at the moment for me it is 12:11 AM in the morning, so naturally it's night time in my island here. And because it's night time, that means certain things are different. So for example, the fish that are available to fish up are different. Some bugs are different. The islands that are offered to me to visit are different, and various other things as well. So this game very much does evolve with the time that you are playing the game. Let's just try and shoot this balloon down. You get these balloons that hover across and they drop presents that you can, recipes, and that you can build. Let's just open this up. Or really ones that made. So I've got a grasshopper head model. So this looks like, oh, I can't drop it. I'll place it down, so it's something I have to put somewhere. It's just filled with tons and tons of assets that you can make and build, and it's all presented in this little world where you have various tools that you can dig up various items such as money. That's kind of just the game. I say it's a deceptively complicated game. So I'm going to bury my money back into the hole, because if you do, you get a tree, and the tree will give you more money after a few days, but after it grows. So, oh, I wanted that. Oh, I scared it away. So there's a few things in this game that are quite neat and that we want to look at. Number one thing, if you may notice, is the presentation of this world. So the presentation of this world is that it looks like it's on a big rolling cylinder. So you've got this sort of rolling backdrop here, and it's quite a nice effect, really, I think. what it does, the reason why, let me back up. The reason why I think they do this effect is it makes you want to just focus on the immediate surroundings. It allows you to do this sort of isometric view without having a load of clutter in the background, and it kind of looks, it gives the impression that there's something new on the horizon, something new for you to see, something like that. It emphasizes that exploration. I feel like it's almost like a fog of war that you get in like RTS games, that you don't see everything that you need to see until you explore it. So you're encouraged to run around and explore your island rather than standing on a point of view and looking across it. So you wouldn't find like Far Cry towers everywhere, so you can go up these towers and look out across the whole entire island and survey the land and see what's about. It encourages you to run around and look around it and so forth. Dig up this hole. An egg. So naturally, if you have any questions about how developers would have made certain assets, or how you could remake some of this in Unreal, please leave them in chat. I've got chat open in the window beneath me, so let us know in chat if you have any questions you want to ask about the development of this game, how you would make certain things, or if you have any suggestions about things you'd like to see being remade in Unreal next week. Maybe you want to see how you remake this sort of cylindrical rolling hill effect. We can have a crack at trying to do that next week. I'm totally fine with that. We could do item pickup like so. We can do a quick access wheel like this if you wish. You let me know, what would you like to see how to make in Unreal? What do you see here that you think that would be quite cool for my game, but I don't know how to do it, so how do I actually do it? So you pick up things. The loop of this game is that you pick up things and sell the things and use the money that you make to buy bigger things. Alright. Yeah, we could do the rolling cylinder. I've got an idea of how they would have done it. So I've got an idea of how to recreate it in Unreal without too much work. So we'll give it a shot. It may not work. It may do. We'll see. But we can definitely do the rolling cylindrical effect. So if you're doing like an exploration-based game, it works quite nice. I have to wait till it gets past this bit. An access wheel, yep. So the way this access wheel works is quite a common thing I get asked how to make. Let me just pick this up. So this access wheel works with the left analog stick. So if I point the stick to the left and then I can drag it around and it will change its option. We can go through how to do that. You can see the options are slightly animated as well. Same as the bubbles. The speech bubbles are slightly animated. They've got a sort of wobble to them. But yeah, we can do the access wheel. We can have a crack at doing that if we have time to do that alongside the cylindrical world effect. Yeah, that'd be quite neat. We'll give that a shot. If you haven't seen it, by the way, I'd recommend watching a YouTube channel called Boundary Break. He just released a video breaking the boundaries of this game and showing you outside the bounds of how this game works in some capacity anyway. You are limited by the camera he's made and so forth, but it's a good introduction to how things are made, such as the rocks underneath this water here. It's just a repeating rock texture and rock model that goes across the whole entire world. Where's that balloon? I saw a balloon going across. Let's shoot down a balloon. Like this. Nope. Like this. Yeah. We pick up the eggs. I'll show you more of the loop. So we've got the eggs. Let's go craft something. Build something. Show you my house as well. I've only been playing for 8 days now. Probably almost a week. I didn't get on release day. On that balloon. So at the moment it is Easter, so a lot of Easter themed stuff is dropping, like eggs and wardrobe and stuff like that. So you will see a lot of Easter based stuff. Let's go into my house. And inside your house, and it's quite nice. It's quite a relaxing game. It's quite therapeutic because you can design anything you like in here. So you can customize all the furniture. You can place it wherever you like. I'll give you a preview of that in a moment. Let me just craft something. There we go. Yes. So I can craft this outfit now, which I'm going to. If I can. It does have its limitations because it is Nintendo and they are a bit funny with some of their stuff sometimes. So, for example, the online features on this are a bit meh. It'd be nice to have a little bit more options for online stuff. So you can go to like your friends' islands, but when you get there, there's not much really to do apart from just hang out. So it's a bit of a, and the chat system isn't that great either for chatting. So you can't even just hang out and chat. You're hanging out and just slowly trying to word out messages to each other. It could be a bit better. So what else can we make? So I've got, let's see what other seasonal things I can make. Focus on trying to make all the seasonal things for Easter. So I've got this Easter stuff here. I can make a bunny wall clock. Nice. Let's craft that. And you can see this crafting mechanic, the way they do it is like a particle system, which shoots out some of the meshes that you're using to recreate the object. We'll save it all done for now. Okay, so let's go into actually decorating our room here. So I can access my pockets and get access to my wall clock, for example. And I can place that on the wall wherever I want. So I can click and drag that wherever I want about. Should be able to hopefully put it onto a different wall. Yeah, so if I hold it and turn the camera around, putting all my Easter stuff over here, so I'm going to put that over there. Your house can also get more rooms and you can get upstairs, downstairs and stuff like that. So it will eventually get to that point. But I say I'm quite early in the game, so I haven't unlocked it yet. But my idea is that I want to hopefully have a room dedicated to the seasonal stuff. So ideally, if I had done a room here, I'd make an Easter-based room. It'd be quite nice. So it's quite a therapeutic game. You just make stuff. Right, so I'm going to put the clothing I've made in the... not there. Right. Pick that up. And I'm going to put that in my wardrobe. So put that in storage. Put that in storage. It's in storage. I've got this grasshopper head model. So if I go up to a wall and hang that up here, it looks like that. Hi there, Estrom Sensei. Hello, Martin. Hello, Corpjuk UK. Hey, Abby Doody. Thanks for joining us tonight live. If you're not joining us live, don't worry, or you've missed that start, don't worry. It is all archived and will be available to everyone in 2 weeks or immediately afterwards for patrons. So another part of the loop of the game is you have this Nook Miles app where you can earn Nook Miles. And these miles are a type of currency you can get in the game that you can spend to go to other islands to get more resources. It also give you like a sort of guidance in like what kind of things you should be doing and could be doing. So I've just got some stuff there for building stuff. And it's basically like achievements. And you can earn bonus Nook Miles for completing these things. So each day you get 5 doublers. So I've done one of them because I've got one new one here. But these also generate infinitely, so you can just keep doing this stuff. So sell fruit here. I'm going to sell 2 more fruit to get that one. So might as well go do that. And so that's sort of an achievement tracking based system, like basically a quest system. So if similar to my quest based system, you could do something, use that same sort of tool series I made and recreate that same thing here. That would be just fine as well. So I'll pick up my oranges. For those who are playing Animal Crossing and want to know, I have an orange based island. You get an island. The island is randomly generated when you first start the game. Oh crap! Wrong place. And you get a chosen fruit as your fruit of the island. Mine was oranges. I've got all of them but one fruit so far. I'm missing one. I'm not too sure which one it is though. Are bananas a type of fruit in here? I'm not too sure. This is my first Animal Crossing game. I'm alright. I'm enjoying it quite alright. It's not too bad. So the store, as I say, it's using real time, so the store's shut now because it's obviously midnight for me. So, but you do have this drop box, so you can drop stuff into it. So I can drop my oranges in there and confirm that. And now I've completed that Nook Miles thing, so I can open my Nook Miles and claim by 300 Nook Miles. And that's kind of it. And that's the game. So I made this picnic set and I've put this on the floor to decorate it. You're mostly just decorating your island. You're making it look nice. And that is literally the game. There's no like killing. There's no nothing like that. The closest you get to killing is catching bugs in a net and fishing. So I'll show you the fishing mechanic. So the fishing mechanic here. Oh, might as well open this present here. Hey, got some bells. In the white. And this one. I already know that one. Right, oh yeah, let's get the fishing rod out, which is there. And you cast your thing out, and you wait for the fish to take the bobber under. And you spam the button. Like that. I've got a squid. I've already got a squid in my museum. So another thing you're doing to track your progress in this game is a museum. So I'll go into a museum here. Hi, Sprobbly Nuggets. I'm good, thank you. How are you? You just made a quest system using my tutorials. Excellent. I couldn't get the auto-selected thing for the controller to work. Auto-selected thing for the controller? I'm not too sure what you're referring to there. I maybe it was long ago when I made that tutorial, so apologies if I don't remember everything about it. How is everyone doing, by the way? I hope everyone is staying safe, staying at home, keeping isolated, not following the social distancing stuff, and everyone's healthy. Hope everyone's coping with it okay. My 2 children are definitely testing my patience with it. But they're alright, actually. They're not too bad, but they have their moments. Sprobbly Nuggets, where it has the quest selected and then you can scroll, and I'm good. Okay. Another thing I would recommend looking at, Sprobbly, is looking at the Gamepad UMG series as well. Look at that and learn from that as well. So go over some UI stuff in that and how that works. Oh, sorry, just kicking the microphone. So check that out and see how that works, and it gives you an idea of maybe what else you may be missing. Because there's loads of things that could be wrong. It could be numerous options why yours isn't working the way you want it to. I'm good, thank you. Strange World. I'm sorry to hear that, Astronaut, you're bored. Say, the way to kill build them, just make stuff. If you're at home, make some stuff. Play some games, make some stuff. It's a good time to practice your skills and develop yourself. So yeah, this is the museum. So the museum, you fill it out by capturing bugs in this section anyway. So I've got grasshopper, so there's one there. And you can learn about the various things when you get them. So I've got a grasshopper, so I can go up here. Oh no. Maybe I can't do it from here. Maybe I have to do it from... No, there you go. Long locust, there you go. So you've got things like that. Got tarantulas. Top tip, tarantulas make lots of money. And I'll show you the other section as well. You got you got bugs, you've got fossils, and you've got fish. Are the 3 things you collect in the museum. The fossils are down here. Oh, thanks, Bubbly Nuggets. If you're still having trouble, I'm not sure why it's not working, send me an email and I'll hopefully get back to you. I can't promise nothing. It's extremely busy. It would only be locked at home. I'm still have to do my teaching online, so I'm still have to message students and things like that. Might pain in the butt, but I will endeavour to get back to you. If you send me just screenshots or video of the problem, I could do my best to get back to you. Thanks, Carl. It's my Easter outfit. Originally, I had like something else on. I eventually want to get to my actual look that I have in real life most of the time, where I can wear like waistcoats and stuff like that. I want to get that stuff, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, you get all from unlocking the shop and stuff, and I haven't got the shops yet. I still have to build the shops. Still quite early on in this game. Yeah, this is the fossil section. Ooh, pardon me. Lev is asking, hi, I've just recently found your channel and you've got a lot of good stuff. Love it. I was wondering, from the top of your head, do you have any videos featuring some kind of trajectory tracing in UE, like for a grenade? What, like showing a line where it's going to go? I haven't, but there is a function on Unreal that does do it. It's, I can't remember the top of my head. I think it's something called predicted. Oh, what's it called? Predicted something. Hang on, let me quickly Google it. Trajectory prediction. Predict projectile path. That's what it's called. So yeah, look up predict projectile path in the Unreal nodes, and that's what I'll be using. I haven't got a video on it unfortunately yet. The visual for it, you could probably use a spline for the visual element. If you want to know how splines work, check out my spline videos. I've got some on there that might go through that. But a spline would probably be the best way of doing it. With the spline, you add points based on that trajectory. Let's go. Let's catch some bugs. So if you're just joining us, if you have any questions about Animal Crossing, how they possibly would have made certain aspects of it, or things you want to see me make a tutorial on, please leave a comment in the comment box, and I'll read it out and answer it as best I can, and consider it for a tutorial next week. Currently, the two I've got requests for is the cylindrical world effect in Animal Crossing, so you can see where it sort of rolls around like a rolling pin. I'm going to show you how to do that, and also the dial here, this menu here. Try to show you how to do this. But yeah, sticks. We've got peaches. I've got, what one am I missing? I don't know which ones there are. So I've got peaches, I've got apples, I've got pears, nope, and I've got oranges, and I've got coconuts. A banana's one? I don't know. I've got coconuts here, bamboo. I don't know what fruit I'm missing. I don't know what fruits are available. Let me know. Spudby Nuggets, have you completed the project, like made a game, released it? I've got a game coming out next Saturday on mobile called Blob. So that's what I've been working on this week, by the way. I've been working on Blob, fixing final bugs, getting things sorted out on the publishing sense. So talking, well, not talking, but setting up all the marketing materials for the storefronts on iOS and Android, the trailers, the screenshots, all the legal stuff, filling out the tax forms, all that stuff I have to do. That's all done. Game is pretty much ready. So last thing I've been doing is just fixing some of the final bugs that I've noticed as I've been testing it out over the past week. But yeah, check it out. I've got a trailer out on my channel. More videos on it this week as I ramp up to launch day. I'll be talking about the game, various features of it, how you play it, what things to do in it. And in time, I'll be doing a post-mortem on it as well, reflecting back on its development, its release, and its success/failures. Hopefully more successes than failures, but we'll see where we've gone with that. So with the net here, one feature you can do is if you hold down the button, you change into a different mode, change to sneak mode, and you can sneak up on bugs. So I'm going to go looking for a Tarantula Island, because that's how you make a lot of money. So what I'm going to do here is sell off a lot of stuff. and dump a lot at home. So let's sell off. No. Okay. Sell. Kyle was asking, have I had time to go on Doom Eternal? Not yet, unfortunately. I've been so busy. I haven't had time to really sit down and play a game like Doom. This game I've been able to play because it's portable. I can just play it with the kids crawling over my lap. Doom, not so much. It's been a bit more tricky. But I do want to get to it. It's just a matter of time. I've got a backlog of games like you wouldn't believe. So I'm just going for the backlog first during this time of self-isolation. And then I'll be hitting up Doom Eternal. I really love Doom 2016, so I'm really looking forward to playing Doom Eternal. Let's put this, drop my eggs off at home. Like so. So we've got, obviously there's an inventory system here, very similar to my inventory system. Some words about my inventory system, by the way. I have got plans to release another inventory system series, showing a different method of doing inventory. There's loads of ways of doing inventory. As you see in games, like this one's got a different inventory system than other games. So don't fret. I've got plans to do more on that. Currently, if you are not a patron and want to know what patrons are getting, patrons have been getting the ability system series. They've almost finished that. They've got 1 or 2 more episodes left of that. And they've also got the start of the Melee AI series. So like a third-person action game, sort of like Batman Arkham or Dark Souls type thing, where you can enemies will surround you and attack you and things like that. So we're doing that at the moment. Just started doing that. They've also got a few other odds and sods videos, loot systems and other things like that. Hello, why are they out? Well late. What are you up to, Deirdre? So you have neighbours here, by the way, and neighbours are randomly generated as well. You get a random selection of neighbours on your island. Right, now I've got here at my inventory. Let's go get a ticket for the airport. This is where I think they could just streamline things a bit, because there's a lot of so I'm just trying to shuffle to get more comfortable. I'm sitting on the floor at the moment. It's quite uncomfortable. They could have streamlined this bit a bit more. So to go to another island, I have to go to this stop first and go through the dialogue options. Redeem Nook Miles. Then choose a Nook Miles ticket. Wait for me to print the ticket. Redeem, yes. Confirm that. Spend money or the Nook Miles there. Get the ticket. And then so many dialogue options I've got to go through. So many dialogue options. So you do that. And would I like to make another section? No. And there we go. So now I'll go back out of here and have to go to the airport and hand in my ticket, and then I can go across. So let's go across to that. Ooh, here it is. Kyle, do I think I'll ever do online tutorials? Online multiplayer ones? Yeah, eventually we'll get there. It's just fitting it in. Most of the time I'm making tutorials because of people's requests. So at the moment I am chock-a-block with requests and private videos for people. So eventually we'll get there. It's just a matter of time. So I have to choose. I want to fly. So this could have been so streamlined. They could have just included the Nook Mile stuff here. So I could have just said, rather than getting a ticket, just spend the Nook Miles right here. Would have been so much nicer. Cheers, Marcus. PK Lord, have I ever created a stealth game or mechanic? I have never released it, but I have made stealth mechanics before. Hi, Kitten is bad on Mixer. Hello, can I join? Unfortunately not. I'm going to keep this single player for now. But thank you for the enthusiasm. Maybe another time I'll be playing this, and I'll probably share some stuff on this and allow people to come by when I'm playing it. We'll see. I'll see how far I stick with it. At the moment, I don't know. Like, this is my first. As I say, this is my first Animal Crossing game. I don't know if I like it that much. I'm conflicted. Like, you have to train yourself to not want to complete objectives and just set your own objectives. And it's a rare thing to do. Most of the time you're not doing that in games, so it's an odd problem to have. Right, so on this island there seems to be not much here, so let's bash some stuff here. I'm just gonna use this little trick. There's a trick to getting more stuff out of rocks I've heard, and I guess it's this. I haven't seen it personally, I've only heard it described to me. But if you dig yourself a little hole, because there's collision on these holes, so you can't fall into them. But if I whack this stone and spam the button, I'll get more than 3. Usually you're limited to about 3. Like so. And because this section of the ground is held up, it won't put anything there. I can pick up more stuff. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Let me know if I'm chat. If I'm messing up. I could get more stuff out of it. I don't know. Okay, so we've got that. And also on different islands you get different stuff. Different fish, different bugs, different fruit. Flowers even. Although flowers I've seen are mostly the same. There's not much difference in flowers. Okay, let's go up here. I need a ladder. The ladder here, by the way, the way they do the ladder is you just place it and it's just an animation. So that's dead simple. That's just an animation plane, and you can only place the ladder when you're next to wall. So you can get a simpler method for ladder climbing mechanic. It does it all for you. You don't control it whatsoever. But it suits the game. Whenever you're making games, you should make sure you're doing something that the system you're following is suiting the game. Oh. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Right, let's fish up these fishes. Oh, they went. Looks. Down there now. Do. The problem with the fish as well, you have to land your bobber right in front of their faces. If it goes behind them, they don't see it and don't go for it. It's alright, pain in the bum. Come on. There we go. Got an egg. Again, because it's Easter, you get eggs all over the place. Oh, no. Best go around the other side for those guys. Usually on this island you get like neighbours that you can talk to as well, but I guess because I've got my houses filled already, they won't come. Not too sure how that works. There's lots of little hidden mechanics in this game, like they don't tell you stuff, you have to just figure it out or get told it by someone else. Got fish. Right, pick up this rock and then do that trick again. So, shovel, dig. Spam this. So next week looks like we'll be remaking the cylindrical world effect, and if we have time as well, doing the quick radial menu like this. My patrons, by the way, something I've been working on that I haven't told anyone about. I'm working on a little thing I can give you that builds one of these manually automatically for you. Working on it. It's in progress. So that'd be something my patrons will get exclusive. I'm further trying to think of new things I can give my patrons. That's a way of saying thank you for their support. So none of this would be possible without their support. It helps out a lot. Especially when trying to support my wife and 2 children. It does get a bit tricky sometimes. So they're getting closer and closer to doing this full time. So that's the dream, and hopefully we'll hit there sooner rather than later. But that's my dream, is to be able to do this full time. And if I do it full time, I'll be doing far more regular streams. Like we're talking like probably 2 or 3 a week, rather than just the one. And let's try and get that fish there. I need to hop over, don't I? Go. Get a fishing rod. Now you also get eggs. Oh, there's a bug there. Let's get the bug. So you sneak up with the bugs. And then wait. I think I've already got that one in the museum. So let's chop down this tree. No eggs in that one. What that one? That's a rare occurrence. Usually you get loads. Oh no, fucking wasps. They got me. Bollocks. Oh, my back. Another egg. Nice. Let's craft some medicine for my waspy eye. I think it's 3 weeds. Or a 4 just in case. Ooh. Let's craft. Need some medicine. Do it. So yeah, this is the particle effect animation. Pretty simple. Grass, by the way, you can see. There's this weird thing where grass is only visible from far away. You don't see it up close. See that little blades of grass blowing in the wind? I'll get closer to it. You don't see it. It's only far away or on edges, like the edge of the grass there. But if I go, like, for example, back here, it's like a weird opposite level of detail thing. See? Odd, isn't it? So yeah, you only see the ones you see all the time, and the ones by trees and edges of the paths. There's always these little weird little mechanics you see in games that developers have made. It's strange, but it's all aesthetics. It's all, for some reason they do it is because it looks. Oh shit! It looks like suitable for the game. Oh. Try and just do it this way so I can get one more slot out of it. The holes stop you from flying backwards. Quite good to get. Don't do that. Also can find stuff in the sand when you see little bits of air bubbles come out of the sand. Get stuff out of that too, like clams. this stuff. The footprints, they're decals, I reckon. They look like decals. Decals with a normal map on them. So you can put a normal map on decals to give them that 3D effect, and you can see them fading out over time. So it's not actual deforming. It's not actually deforming the ground. It's just a sticker basically stuck on the ground, and it's placing them on the feet's placement. So it is really placing them on their feet location. So as the animation goes, it's looking at the location of each step and then telling it to trigger an event which places a decal on the floor. Quite good. At least I reckon it's a decal. It could be also, you could also do it with particles, but I reckon it's a decal. Right, let's chop down more trees and then we'll head back home. I've got an egg. I'm guessing all these recipe ideas I'm getting from collecting the eggs is all to do with the clothing. Can't see. Yeah. Okay. How many eggs from the trees? I thought it'd be more. Get more out of my own island eggs. Anything else? Get this stuff out of it. So I've completed another Luke Miles challenge there, so let's go have a look at that. And it's there. So this one is telling me I need to talk to all my neighbours. This one's got catch 2 more fish, down a whole tree, catch some bugs, pop balloons. Let's do the catching fish one. I'll say no, I've only got one more space left. Well, we'll catch one fish and then head back. Yep, too soon. Oh, right, look at what I was doing, looking at that chat. Come on. Oh, I didn't take my medicine. No. Oh, why is that the first option? Nintendo always make little weird decisions sometimes. Catches other fish. Nice. Let's catch one more fish. Oh, I scared him off. One, 2, 3, 4 nibbles. Need actual fish, not eggs. So islands like this are all randomly generated as well. They're smaller than your normal island, but they are randomly generated. The random generation looks quite simple, by the way, as well. It's not got much into it. There we go. Complete that one. I've only got these 2 left for today, so I've got to chop down a tree and talk to more neighbours. Let's go back to the island and try and do those before we sign off. All my neighbours are asleep though, so that might be a bit tricky to do talking to neighbours one. Ready to go home. Yep. Any other questions you have about this game and how to make certain aspects of it, or things you want to suggest for tutorials, either for next week or in the future, please let us know in the chat. So if you hear me rustling, it's literally just me trying to shuffle my bum to a more comfortable position. I'm sitting on the floor. It hurts. But we won't go on for much longer. Try and keep it to an hour. Right, so let's go hand in my stuff. I wonder if I can knock on and talk to people yet. I'm probably asleep. This guy's asleep, I think. Yeah. Deirdre, that's out. There's the other guy's house. This one. He's asleep. Yeah, they're all asleep. I have to wait till morning to do this one. They look like they're awake. So you can also give gifts to the animals on the island as well, with neighbours, and they'll give you some stuff in return. Another little loop in it you can work on. Oh, totally up to you. We work on, and they'll sleep as well. So, want to talk to me? Yes, I have. Oh, right. They made it to me. Just drop off. Actually, let's go to the shop first and drop off stuff there. Sell some items. I drop in my carps. Bug. Dab. $10. Cowrie. What's weeds. Okay. Oh. Okay. Then we're gonna go. I'll talk to her again. I'm just gonna wait till getting there. Mal. No, wait till Mal. Mal probably comes in the morning. Hi, Get a Gaming Job. Thanks for joining us. Although we are at the end almost, so if you have any questions about Animal Crossing, how to make certain parts of it, or want to see what parts you want to see me make a tutorial about, let us know in the comments, in the chat or comments. That'd be great. Come on, there you go. Let's craft. So I'm trying to get all the seasonal stuff. So let's make all the outfits. And the shoes. Keep going. What else we got? I've also got a wood egg. I've got any actual bits I need to make, like apart from clothing. Made the rest of that. Oh, I haven't got enough wood eggs, so I have to go get some more. 3 for that one. Do these then. Let's go get some wood eggs. And let's put all that stuff in the storage. It. No. Oh, there'd be the mail that Deirdre was sending me. Deirdre. Manhole cover. Ooh. Put it here. Oh, I can't put it in the plaza. Okay. Yeah, let's put it here on my street. Ooh. This is all decoration. You just decorate your stuff. There you go. The latest thing I did was I had 3 houses to build for 3 neighbours. I built 2. The third one's done. Just waiting for it to be built. But I provided all the materials for it, so that's all good to go. Once that's done, I don't know what's next. I assume it'll be upgrading the plaza here, because it's the only thing that's still using a tent, so I'm guessing that'll be soon. Upgrade, so we'll see. I guess that's soon. Right, I was going to get some more wood eggs, wasn't I? Yeah, let's go get some more wood eggs. That's just wood. Every day in the game as well, you get new random visitors. Either give you stuff, tell you about stuff, whatever. Get a gaming job. At the moment, I'm struggling with trying to set up a project that is similar with how Animal Crossing is controlled, like set camera angle and trying to sort out how to use splines and such. It's tricky. What are you using splines for, getting a gaming job? Next weekend, we are recreating this cylindrical world effect, and part of that will be the camera stuff. So you'll see how to do the camera stuff next weekend. Next weekend's live stream. So join us live next weekend at midnight GMT, and you'll see that done. There's a balloon there, let's shoot that down. But yeah, what are you using splines for? If you're making a game like this, just curious. Chop down a tree, but I ain't got an axe to do it. Actually, I could eat one of these, and then chop down one tree. I think with an axe, a normal stone axe. I think. Get rid of a tree I don't like. Let's go for this one. You're always in the fucking way. Let's get rid of you. Pretty certain I could do this. No? No, if not, I'll have to. What about if you hold down, eh? No. If not, I can dig it up. If you dig it up. Yeah. When you eat fruit, you become extra strong, so you can do stuff like that. Okay. Let's do more tree eggs. Okay, Game Jobs replied, I'm trying to use splines inside environments when the camera doesn't fully follow the character all the way to the wall. That makes sense. I think I do, yes. Right. Yeah, I think I do. So, if you're using a spline, are you environments like Animal Crossing's ones, where like the museum? If I go to museum, you know. like the museum here, the camera goes along with the character, but it's like locked. So you see, it keeps the camera in the center until the character goes too far and it locks the camera, like so. You mean like this? We could try and replicate that next weekend. Yeah, you can still ask Nico if you want. I'll do my best to answer. We'll be wrapping up here soon, though. Just FYI, people. I'm gonna go to sleep. Tomorrow, hopefully, the podcast episode 1 should be out. By the way, obviously, I'll link to that and share that when that is done. I've recorded it. Just need to edit it together. Clean up the audio. Okay, get a game job. We can have a crack at that next week. That camera trick. If I don't manage to fit it in next week, I will make a video on it because that's quite an interesting, cool one to try and do. Quite a common thing to try and replicate. All the eggs. The eggs. Need a fish more because I want to get the fish egg outfit. So Nico is asking, what are you asking, Nico? So I'm trying to do my first ever game. It's a horror game. I can't figure out or find a way to make a horror even like the character spawn and sound play only once in the whole game, if that makes sense. Like the character spawn and sound play. So you only want the sound to play once. The node you're looking for is play sound at location or play sound 2D. The difference being is that the sound at location takes into the location into effect. So if you're closer to the origin of the sound, it'll be louder. Whereas play sound 2D is like a UI sound. It'll play the same sort of volume no matter where you are. Novelex, like you say, you walk over the trigger, only triggers once until you restart the whole game, so you even wouldn't be in the game. Oh, right. Once you walk over it, you can just tell it to delete itself. If you want, you can just remove that instance of that sound effect. That should do it. If not, you could do. That'd be the easiest way of doing it. You just remove the instance of the sound effect. But when you walk over it, tell the instance to go away. Or tell the instance of it if it's a trigger volume that's got a sound attached to it, you can just say tell that volume, have a variable in that volume to tell it when it's been walked over or not. There's a few ways you could do it. Easiest way of doing it is just delete the sound asset, destroy the instance. Elf, can you shout out Polar Quasar? I won't shout it out, but Polar Quasar. Dig up one of these clam things. Oh. Nico asking what I tried doing was using the key card to be basically, but have the key card as a mesh, but you have the whole element of the key card and the trigger of it be what that spawns it. That's confusing. Sorry, English there is a bit broken. Maybe just the way you're wording it, or me being tired and dumb. If you try rephrasing it, might have a better chance of understanding it. But yeah, so it'd be very similar to the keycard where you destroy the instance. So when it plays, it gets removed from the game. Once, like the keycard, it gets removed. So once it's removed, it won't play again. It should. Well, it shouldn't do anyway. Oh, too early. Yeah, it can do. Nico, yeah, email me it. It'll be fine. I'll try and have a look at it tomorrow. So it's quite late tonight to do it tonight. Start up. Lining up these shots is quite difficult. Ah, I fell in the water. Gonna be one of these things, isn't it? Down there. Yeah, lost treasure. Dope. Get this one. Moved. Oh my god. Lost him now. Yeah, just email me, Nico, what it is here. Get a game drop. The world's auto-generated or pre-made. Most of them are auto-generated. There's a handful that aren't, but when you start the game, your island is auto-generated. So are your friends' ones, and when you visit an island, they are auto-generated as well. They're quite simple generations. There's not much to them. They do generically have the same sort of layout. Oh, I broke. Got a rug. That'd be good to have in my house. Let's go in the house. Try and catch more fish. Let's get closer. Too close. So when you have to be right in front of them, it's right pain in the bum. I'll say, no, you're right, Miko. My email is ryanlaley@hotmail.com. No, .co.uk, sorry. It's ryanlaley@hotmail.co.uk. Get a game job. I'm mostly trying to wrap my head around the round shape of the world and everything that entails. Actually, we're going to be doing it next weekend. So next weekend's live stream is going to be handling the wrapping of the world, making it look like it's wrapping around itself. So join us next week for that. Be fun one to try and figure out. That's it, Nico. Yep, that one. Where's my rug? Ah, that's a nice rug. Okay. Let's place this rug. I'm going to swap this one out. And store that. Another one. Oh. Nice. This is a bed, by the way. Doesn't look comfy, but there you go. It's a bed. This is obviously my main bed. Don't know if the bookcase does anything. Yeah. Wardrobe opens up and you can access all your clothing. But yes. So stuff like this, by the way, only happens when you walk into it for long enough. We could even do a video on that. Right, let's sell this fish off. By the way, my game Blob is available now for pre-order and pre-registration on iOS and Android. You can search for the word Blob, that's B-L-O-B-B, on those app stores, and you can pre-download, or pre-order and pre-register yourself for the game. That means you'll get it as soon as it's released next Saturday, on April 11th. I'm hard at work finishing off the last few bugs for release day, so getting there. We're getting there. It'll be good to go. Okay, so without further ado, I think we'll end it there. Let's just head back to bed and we'll call it an evening. So join us next Saturday, or next Sunday evening, or not evening, morning, sorry, 12 AM GMT next weekend, same time next weekend, to go through and recreate the rolling world effect. There's like cylindrical world effect in this game, and also if you have time to do the radial menu as well for the shortcut tools. Thanks going on, guys. Thank you for joining us this week, and the archive of this one will be up for patrons immediately, with everyone else getting it in 2 weeks' time. Thank you everyone for joining us, and I'll see you next time, and don't forget to check out Blob next weekend. Bye everyone.